This recipe is proudly brought to you by Malaysia Kitchen.
One of the staples that I had on my trip to Malaysia would have to be their rice salad. It was so fantastic and it would go with so many different things from fish to barbecued chicken. It's super easy to do and I love to do it at home here in Australia when I've got some leftover rice. First of all, over here I have some dried shrimp that I've rehydrated in some warm water to soften up. Now this is going to give it a saltiness. I'm just going to squeeze out some of the water. It's okay if there's a little bit in there because that's going to help our dressing. And this is a really chunky dressing, which is what I'm looking for. We'll just put that water to the side. In the mortar and pestle, you want to start bruising this to really extract some of that flavour from the shrimp. Pound away. And when it starts to shred like this, then we can add some peanuts. Now, I've just toasted these peanuts until they're golden brown. This is going to give my dressing a really nice crunch. So again, we're just going to lightly crush them, and that's the base of our dressing. Now we need some liquid. So I start with a little bit of rice wine vinegar. That can go in there for some tanginess. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce for some saltiness, and always with Malaysian cooking, it's all about balance. So I'm going to use some sweetness here. So 2 cubes of palm sugar, and before I place it in my mortar and pestle, I'm just going to shred it so it dissolves a little bit faster. I'm going to start with 2 cubes. I'm going to have a taste just to see if it's correctly seasoned, and I may add a little bit more. Usually in Western cooking we use salt and pepper and keep it quite simple, but with Asian cooking it's always important to not only season it with the salt, with the peppers, but also sugar. So giving that a good mix, you can see the dressing starting to form here. And just to finish this off, we need a little bit of oil. So just some vegetable oil is fine for this. And combine. Now with a little spoon, I'll have a taste. Oh, that is just so delicious. I love this dressing. Now onto the salad. This is really, really easy. In a big bowl, I've got 2 cups of cooked rice. I like to use basmati rice because it's not really glutinous. You see how this is quite separate and dry? That's what we're looking for when it comes to making this salad. If you're going to use long grain rice or jasmine, just give it a really, really good wash before you start to steam it. So into the bowl, we're also adding some fresh herbs and some spring onions, and I'm just going to chop this. 3 spring onions is plenty. There's not too many vegetables in here. It's keeping it simple because this is a side dish that goes with so many different things. So spring onions, we can go half of the way up. We'll gather that, place that in the bowl. And for the herbs, this is some Vietnamese mint and some Thai basil, and I like to use lots of it in here. It's got lots of flavours, and this is really going to freshen up this rice dish. So you can see I'm not even chopping it. I'm just going to quickly pick some of the beautiful leaves off it. I'll also pick some of this Vietnamese mint. They're quite strong, but because of the plain rice, it really does balance out quite nicely. One last ingredient that I'm going to add to this is some desiccated coconut that I've toasted. In Malaysia, they would use fresh coconut, but I find this works really well because, again, it gives it a lovely crunch. Now all we need to do is get our dressing. I'll get a big spoon and we can start dressing the rice. So I'm going to add 2 big tablespoons at this stage. Give it a really good toss, have a taste, and I may add a little bit more. So just mix it through. And you can see this is why you need your rice to not be sticky, because you want all of that dressing, all that coconut to coat each individual grain there. That's looking good. It smells even better. Oh, that is just yummy. And you know what? I think we should use all of this dressing because it's that good. A few more tablespoons, and that is it. One last toss. And then just to plate this up, a bright blue plate. And then we'll just place that in the bowl. This is one of those salads that is fantastic as is. You can eat it straight away, but it tastes even better if you just let it sit for at least 10 to 15 minutes for all of those flavours to mingle. This is fantastic by itself, but it's even better next time you have a barbecue. Some sauté chicken, sauté fish. This is a fantastic alternative to your classic standard rice salad.